So what we are witnessing is a change of events, a change of how do I say it, events where PDP is now attracting more members. The days of our loss is over. The days of our worries are over. The days of people leaving PDP, they're over. What we are going to witness now is people coming back to the party. Do they have majority in the Senate right now? No. Do they have majority in the National Assembly, in the House of Reps? No. In the House of Reps, I challenge the APC to say how many members that they have and let them bring in the members that they have. When you have people that have been in ACN, CPC and other parties, and you claim that they are APC members, and you just announced 171, 172, bring them.
Okay, if you will not make a comment about what's going on, who knows, we could come up with something more drastic, and that will mean a lot more headache for the members in the National Assembly and by extension the executive arm of government. Would it be difficult for the president to make a comment about what's going on?
The presidency is too big to be blackmailed. The presidency is the last institution that will defend democracy in this country, and is at the highest level. So they are too big to be threatened, to be blackmailed, and to be harassed or intimidated. You can't state that you are doing something just to get the presidency to make a comment on an issue that you are handling very wrongly, on an issue that you orchestrated, on circumstances that you've arranged to whip up sentiments and dramatize to gain undue attention. You can't expect to gain attention at the highest level by issuing that kind of statement. It's totally wrong. Because what happens is that if you succeed in doing that, then you're going to hold the entire nation in complete bondage.
Well, on the strength of your own statement and on the strength of the confidence you're saying that your members are beginning to have in the new leadership of your party, shouldn't that statement be of no importance to you? I mean, the directive of the APC to its members?
Well, we are not worried about the statements in terms of the affecting it in the National Assembly. We are more worried. We are more worried about the attempt by the APC by issuing that statement that they are attempting to cause a truncation of democracy in this country. They are attempting to cause disaffection amongst Nigerians. They are attempting to ensure that things don't work out in an election year. Budget is not passed. The government is completely detracted from their focus. But I must tell them something. 1 year is big enough in the life of a nation. 6 months is big enough in the life of a nation. They want to govern the country, but they do not need to cause confusion. They do not need to cause unrest. They do not need to cause a truncation of events, of lovely events, in a country that they are attempting to govern. Whatever they reverse or they attempt to reverse in this particular period can never be gained back in the history of this country. In developed world, people make solutions. They have options. They give you economic options. They give you other options that you can adopt to achieve results of serving the people. There has never been any developed economy where people, an opposition party will issue a statement and say, don't pass the budget because we want sympathy in River State or in a particular state, or don't pass the budget because we want to show that we have the number.
Well, now you just mentioned
what they do is they argue on economic
maybe this
principles.
Is the time for us to
that
put this in before we wrap this off. You also remember that October 1 to 16th in the United States, there was this filibuster there in the Congress that saw the nation in a complete shutdown. What will the PDP do if they carry out this action of theirs? Are you ready to challenge this in court, just in case your majority or your strength doesn't actually hold sway in the assembly? How do you hope to get by this?
A decision taken by a few people or the leadership of APC will not be followed by all the members of APC. There are reasonable members there. I do not think we have that problem in the National Assembly. There are people who are responsible, there are people who are respectable in that National Assembly that even belong to the opposition parties. And the drama is more imagined than can be real. I do not think the threat is that real, because you can't put democracy and the economy of the country at stake just to whip up sentiments about River State that you're actually orchestrating. River State that you want to use to show that you have a foothold in the South.
All right, we're out of time.
You don't have any influence in the national Assembly.
Let me just quickly bring this in, and if you could respond in about 30 seconds. Oluwafemi just says to ask you, does that mean that the presidency does not care about what is going on in River State?
What is happening in River State it actually gives concern to every single Nigerian. There is no way the presidency will not care about what is happening in River State, because we are seeing attempt by a governor of a state to cause unrest, a governor of a state that is engaging in unlawful acts, that is engaging in dramatization of events, and bringing out people for rallies and issuing all kinds of statements. It gives a lot of concern to every single Nigerian that wants democracy to last. What we believe is that on both sides of the divide in River State, there should be peace, or there should be calm. Let democracy be in action. Everyone can make his own statement as long as it's not threatening democracy. They can have their rallies, whatever they call it, and they can do that.
Okay,
but
let us wait
for the elections. Let us wait for the election. All this is about the election, and PDP is preparing for this election. INEC, they've issued their timetable. You don't win elections by issuing statements. You don't win it by threatening the country. You don't win it by drama.
Okay, Mr. Metuh, we have to go now.
Nollywood.
All right, thank you for speaking with us this morning, Olisa Metuh.
I thought you were going to talk on the air pipe. You didn't want to mention it again.
No, as a matter of fact, you've seen the time. It just escaped us, but not to worry. We will get you back subsequently so that you can come to our studios and talk about it. It's an open invitation, if you will. But thank you for coming on. Olisa Metuh is the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party. Well, back after this. Please join us again.